Hello friends, welcome to Monday Live with Manuela. As you can see on the topic today, we are talking about the new agriculture visa, which was the winner of our topic poll. So every Friday, we give you topics. Friday, Saturday, we give you topics to choose from. This time, we had five topics to choose from, and the agriculture visa was by far the winning topic, had the most votes. So it's really important that you vote, because that way you have an impact on what I talk about. So for everyone, my name is Manuela Seiberth, and I'm the founder and director of Austbayer Immigration Australia. I lead a team of lawyers, migration professionals, and education agents, and we assist people and businesses with visa and immigration matters. So I'm a registered migration agent, and then I'm also the director of Austbayer Immigration. And we've been doing these Monday Lives since the start of the year. So yeah, it's been 8 months. Today's the 30th of August. Time is flying when you're having fun. So yeah, happy Monday, everyone. As you join, please give me a love heart, or a like. If you prefer a like, that's fine too. A love heart would be much appreciated. It is for the algorithm. So we are on Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, and later on we also upload the video to YouTube. And as always, the way we can communicate is through the comments. So you won't be able to speak. However, you can put your questions and comments into the comment box. Yeah. So if you have any questions or anything you would like me to mention in regards to the agriculture visa, so that's important. So because I want to keep this concise and short and sweet, that's why please have your questions just for the agriculture visa, so just for today's topic. I assume that you can hear and see me, otherwise someone could please let me know if you can't hear and see me. Maybe give me a yes in the comments that you can hear and see me, just in case. And I would also love to know where you're from. Let me know the city, the country, where you're from. I'm from Germany originally. I have been in Australia for over 12 years, and I have managed to get my citizenship within less than 5 years. Less than 5 years. And this is also what we specialize in, a strategy to show you how you can do that as well with our help. So from when you start to citizenship in less than 5 years. Okay. So yeah, as you join, please give me a like, a love heart. That'd be much appreciated. And let me know where you're from. And also, so I've got a few announcements. So I'm really excited today. Yeah, because it has been a while that we had our last competition. Yeah, so if you have not joined our Facebook group yet, then I definitely highly recommend to join our Facebook group. It's free, and all you need to do is, so when you ask for access, ask to join the group, please answer all the questions. There is only 4 or 5 questions, and it's usually a yes or no answer. So it's not complicated. We like keeping things simple. Okay, we're making things easy and simple. Immigration and everything related with it. Easy and simple. Because why not? Yeah. And so answer all the questions, and also you need to give us your email address. So the email address is important. That way we can make sure that you are a real person and not a robot and not a scammer. You don't want to post stuff about, I don't know, deals and so on. So yes, join our free Facebook group. My assistant, she will post the link to the Facebook group in the chat, in the comments. And so that was announcement 1. Join the Facebook group. It's free. And so there's lots happening in this Facebook group. I mean, we are everywhere. We are on all the social media channels: LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. We've got a Facebook page, and then there's the Facebook group. And in the group, it's currently quite intimate. So we have around, just around 300 members. And it's really a place to come together and create this community of migrants. So it's a mix of people who are already our clients, and then people who maybe become our clients in the future, people who are interested in migrating, people who are already in Australia but looking at other visa options for permanent residency and citizenship. And there's also me. Then there is Ramiro. Ramiro is our community manager and our client success manager. So he's managing the group. And there's also other migration agents and lawyers and education agents from our team. And we share free advice. And I happen to know, so Ramiro, he is doing his lives in the group, only exclusively in the group on a Wednesday. And he shares tips and tricks about practical things, what you need to know about life in Australia, living, like life stuff, work stuff, finding jobs, finding a sponsor, where to live, how to apply for a job. Did I already say that? Obviously, that's really important. That's one of the most asked questions. So Ramiro is doing his lives on Wednesdays, and this week we have a very, very special live. And we will be making an announcement very soon. And as I mentioned, it has been a while that we have done a competition where you, our loyal followers, our loyal audience, can win something. So the prize is a free consultation valued at up to $370. Actually, in fact, it's actually more. Sorry. It's actually more than 370. Sorry, I think it's around 500. It's around the $500 value. Okay? And what you need to do to be able to win a free consultation valued at $500 is you need to leave us a 5-star Google review and just share your experience. Yeah, for example, if you have been watching the lives, just write about, the lives. If you have been a client with us, for example, if you've had a consultation, or, if you had a discovery call with Ramiro, for example, he's doing that as well, the free discovery calls. Leave us a 5-star review and share your experience, because we want to reach as many people as possible. And sorry that there's already the first questions and the first comments coming in. Yes, keep the comments coming. I will address all the comments shortly. Yeah. So 5-star Google review to win a free consultation, completely free. Instead of paying up to $500, you get it for free. All you need to do, 5-star review on Google. We also make another announcement on that. Hi Liz, good to see you. Excellent. So the topic today is the brand new agricultural visa. And in fact, it's so new. It has been announced last week. And again, in the Facebook group, I have been asked by a Facebook group member to talk about the new agricultural visa. So I said, sure, I'm more than happy to include the new agricultural visa to the topics where people vote. It was still a very democratic vote, and there was a lot of interest. A lot of people wanted to hear about it. So again, in the Facebook group, you have so much power. We can engage so much in the Facebook group. So Zoltan, whenever I'm not sure if you're live, but whenever you watch the replay, here you go. You asked for it, you asked for what you wanted, and you get what you wanted. Okay, so Elizabeth is asking on Instagram, sounds awesome. Can we get people who are overseas on it? So I will now start talking about the agriculture visa. And sorry, there's one more comment on Facebook from Adiremi. When is border going to be open? Yes, so this is one of the most asked questions. And this is kind of, look, so what I can do is I can tell you what the government is saying. Okay, so the Australian government is preparing to open borders and let people migrate, let people visit, migrate, let people in to Australia from December 2021. So that's like 3 months away. It's nothing. 3 months. So now is the time to get ready. Now is the time to prepare to, when borders open in December, that you have your visa and then boom, you can come to Australia. So the government says they are preparing for borders to open, or at least restrictions to ease, because since March 2020, that is just the fact. Since March 2020, Australian borders have been closed. Yeah, and it has been quite hard to migrate. Having said that, we have had 97% success of people being able to come to Australia, despite COVID and despite travel restrictions and so on. So the answer to the question is, when borders going to be open? It looks like, and crossing our fingers, December, in 3 months' time. Okay, so I think there's a question about Dharma. So Sanjeev, today we're talking about the agriculture visa, and I want questions to be around that. If we have time later, I'm happy to go through other questions as well and provide answers and comments and responses. Okay, so the agriculture visa was announced pretty much last week, so last Monday. And so it was an announcement, and the Australian government currently, or for some time now, since COVID, since 18 months, they actually have been innovating new visas. So we've got the COVID visa, and there's other visas. And now, because the Australian agricultural sector has been suffering because of lack of people. There's just not enough people in Australia in general, and not enough people in Australia who work in that sort of sector, in the agriculture sector. So last week, the Australian government made an announcement about the agriculture visa. Now, there's only a few details that I can share with you today, because the proper all details and the regulations and the laws, they're not disclosed yet. So we are expecting to have all the details by the end of September. So that means in 4 weeks' time. So in the press release or media release that they gave, the Australian government, they're saying it is for people from probably Southeast Asian countries. However, it is based on so-called bilateral agreements. So bilateral means an agreement between Australia and the other country. So for example, Australia, Germany, Australia, India, Australia, Fiji. Does that make sense? So bilateral, so Australia has individual agreements with each country. So this is what they're currently working on in the background. Yeah. Okay, so I talked about that. There will be a permanent residency pathway. So people on that agriculture visa can apply for PR as part of this visa. It will be for regional Australia. So there's the difference between regional Australia and the cities. So this agriculture visa will not be available in cities like Sydney, Melbourne, Brisbane. However, it will be available in regional areas, such as Northern Territory, South Australia, Western Australia, regional Queensland, regional New South Wales, regional Victoria, and so on. The type of work that is covered under the agriculture visa is farm work, meat processing, fishery, and forestry. I said that again. Working on farms, meat processing, fishery, and forestry. And so to answer your question, Elizabeth, who asked if we can get people from overseas into Australia, it is highly assumed that this will be the case because, as I mentioned, we just do not have enough people in Australia. This is for agriculture sector as well as for other sectors as well. Hence, the government is creating new visas and creating new options for people to come into the country, to support our economy, to support our businesses and farmers and all the other entrepreneurs and business owners. So you may have heard of the already available seasonal worker program as well as the Pacific Labour Scheme. So the agriculture visa will fit into that framework. And like I said, the agriculture visa is not yet available. They're looking at starting it in the end of September, so 4 weeks. 4 weeks is not a long time in the scheme of things. All right. And of course, we will keep you updated once we know a specific date and once we have more information. We will release information as it comes out, as we are told from the government. So if you are working in the farming sector, agriculture sector, there are actually already other programs. So I mentioned seasonal worker program, Pacific Labour Scheme, and there's also the DAMA, the Designated Area Migration Agreement. And so the DAMA is in certain regions around Australia. So for example, there's Far North Queensland, there's Northern Territory, there's South Australia, regional Victoria, and so on. And that already includes occupations, jobs like farm workers, fruit pickers, yeah. So there's already visa options for people in that sector. So they're considered low-skilled or semi-skilled workers and semi-skilled occupations. So there's already options. So question to the audience that is currently live with me, and also if you are watching the replay, please comment #replay and put in the comments if you are working in the agriculture sector. And then what you can do is contact us. Send us a DM, send us an email, get in touch with us, and we can see what we can do for you. All right, we can see what visa is available to you in your current situation. Yeah? So, is there any questions at this stage? I'll give you a moment. And also, if you haven't done so, please give us a love heart for the algorithm. Yeah, so you need to just hover over the like and then just go one or two to the left, to the right, sorry, and select the heart. And then also put your questions and comments in the comment box. I'll give you a moment to do that. Any questions or comments around the new agriculture visa? Oh, while you're doing that, I forgot actually another announcement. So announced that the government is preparing on easing restrictions for travel to, out of Australia as well as into Australia from December 2021, so starting in 3 months' time. And we had an announcement, I think it was on Friday, so sometime late last week, a few days ago, an announcement from the Australian airline Qantas, which is probably, I would say, the biggest airline in Australia, and they're flying international. And they have announced that they will also resume international travel from mid-December. So that is definitely, reassuring that this is really happening. After such a long time, after 18 months of being completely locked and closed for the majority of people who want to come back to Australia or want to come to Australia. So after such a long time, it is really looking like we are opening up. So this is great news. I am so excited. I'm so excited for the people in Australia, the people overseas, for all our clients, for all our future clients. Yeah. Yes, it's happening. Yes. So here are a few questions. So this is now your moment to put your questions and comments in the comment box, and also leave your love hearts. And also a reminder of our competition, to leave a 5-star Google review to win a free consultation valued up to $500. Yeah, so leave us a 5-star Google review and win a free consultation. All right, so there's one question about Dharma, and I said, it has to be specific about agriculture. So I'm happy to take questions on the agricultural visa, and also questions around borders and COVID updates and so on, because it's just such an important topic. So there's Marvin asking, I'm 32 with 4H2 visa, which is the COVID visa. Can I work 1 year more to get my 3rd year and to have my sponsorship? Okay, Marvin, so this is a very specific question, and I'm not able to answer such specific questions without knowing more about you. Yeah, it would be unethical, it would be unreasonable to expect me to answer that sort of question. For that, you need to book a paid consultation, because we need to go into your documents, we need to go into your history, and we need to do a proper assessment. All right, so I'm not going to be able to answer such a specific question in 30 seconds on a Facebook Live or Instagram or LinkedIn Live. So Marvin, I invite you to book a paid consultation, and what you also can do, partake in the competition. So leave us a 5-star Google review about what you heard today, I'm not sure if you've seen other lives. You can go to our YouTube channel, and there you can see all the previous lives, and you can see all other content. There's lots of free content on our YouTube channel. We will share the link to our YouTube channel after the live, because otherwise the whole system collapses. There's something with YouTube doesn't like the interference. So we share it after the live. And okay, so that's Marvin. And then we have Judah. How could apply agriculture visa from Myanmar? Great. So yeah, as I mentioned earlier, we don't know yet which countries can apply for the agriculture visa. So we are expecting more information very soon, where they specify the individual countries that they have bilateral agreements with. So Myanmar hopefully will be part of it, because I know there's a lot of conflict going on at the moment in Myanmar. We have a lot of clients from Myanmar, and yes, so I hope, Yuda, are you in Myanmar currently, or are you in Australia already? And I think, yeah, so Sanjeev, with your question, I just read your question about the Dharma visa. Like I said, first of all, during the live, I'm only focusing on questions that are relevant to the topic. Okay. There's lots of material, many videos on our YouTube channel, specifically about Dharma and the requirements and so on. So you may want to go to our YouTube channel and find videos on there about the Dharma. And you can also book a paid consultation, and you can enter our competition to win a free consultation. So there's lots of options for you. So here we go. We've got a question on Instagram. Is there a possibility of moving from other visas to the agriculture visa for onshore applications? So again, we don't know all the details yet. However, I would assume that this is possible. I would highly assume that this is possible, because you can do it with other visas, okay? So you can change visas. There is a certain process behind it if you do that. And I definitely recommend for you to contact us and to get advice on that and assistance. We can assist with the whole process. Yeah, so this is what I can say to you right now. I assume it will be possible, but I can confirm with you once we have the regulations about the agriculture visa and more information, more details. At the moment, it is just an announcement that the government made that they will offer the agriculture visa from the end of September. So in 4 weeks' time, this is going to start. Yeah. Just checking for other questions. So if you have questions, now is the moment, because if there's no more questions, I'm going to go offline. I'm going to finish the live. You're very welcome, Frida. I think we have met. Have we met in Darwin? And I think we had a consultation, and I think you went on a student visa, and I think you study at Alana K, just from memory. I'm not sure. Maybe it's a different Frida. So I'm just checking on Facebook. There's nothing on LinkedIn. Oh yes, so you are the Frida. Perfect. So lovely to have you on our live. Frida, I definitely recommend for you to participate in our competition and leave a 5-star review, so you can win a free consultation, and then we can talk about that question more. Yeah. And then I can explain to you how we can get you from, I believe you're on a student visa, which is, a student visa is great. However, it is restrictive. Yeah. So there is restrictions around a student visa, because, for example, It is only a temporary visa. There is no pathway to PR. Secondly, you can only work part-time, 20 hours a week, which is financially can be challenging because Australia is not cheap. Yeah, if you work, if you have a job, if you have work rights, you're fine. You can afford the lifestyle in Australia. However, if you are restricted to only 20 hours a week and you have to pay tuition fees for your course to study in Australia, it can get tricky. Okay, so a student visa can be a great option, can be a stepping stone. You know, it can be used for you to get the necessary required qualifications to be able to apply for the next visa. But very often I find people use the student visa just to stay in Australia. And trust me, there's better options. There's better ways to do that. So many people wasting their time and their money on just student visa after student visa after student visa. In fact, I have clients that have been here longer than me and they're still on the student visa because they go from student visa to 485 graduate visa, go back to student visa. And then sometimes they swap with their partner. Yeah, so sometimes the partner is then the main primary applicant and then the other way around. So I've seen it all. A student visa has its purpose and it's great for that purpose, but don't use it to just stay in Australia, okay? There's other visa options. Believe me, I know. There's over 100 different visa types in the Australian immigration system. And as you hear today, they are creating more visas. Yeah, so we have the agriculture visa coming soon, coming in September. So yeah, so anyway, so this is what I want to say about the student visa. And I think I can't see any more questions. Great. Well, I appreciate you joining me for the live. I appreciate you watching the replay. I invite you to join our free, amazing Facebook group. Yeah. So Ramiro, he will be going live on Wednesday with one of the immigration agents from the team. So I can, already say a little bit about that. So that means that because Ramiro is not an immigration agent, so that means he cannot give immigration advice. He can't talk about immigration law. But he will actually be joined by a guest who is an immigration agent of our team. That means the immigration agent, of course, can talk about immigration law. So they will talk about an immigration law topic similar to what I do. They will do that again on Wednesday, and there again will be a twist. So trust me, join it's free. What have you got to lose? If you don't like it, you can leave. You know what I mean? You can try it out, and if you don't like it, you can just leave the group anytime. But we have members, I feel they have benefited and got a lot of value out of it already. And yes. Okay, so yes, invite you to join the free Facebook group, and I invite you to leave us a 5-star Google review to win a free consultation valued at $500. So you save $500. $500. Just by leaving a 5-star Google review, sharing your experience from watching the lives, from watching the replays, the recordings of the live, from having seen our content, from having engaged with us, having had a free discovery call, having had a consultation. Yeah, just share your opinion, share your experience, and win a free consult. On that note, have a beautiful day, a beautiful week, a beautiful weekend whenever you're watching this, and I catch you at the next live. Ciao for now. Bye-bye.